Alright, so on the screen you will see a recap of what we made today from each business, plus the total combined, including what we lost. Yo, what's up with the family? If you haven't checked out my other video, which I showed the method on how I got rich with some of my best investments, I'll leave that link in the description. But this video will be a little bit different. I'll be showing you how I operate the business that I invested into, as well as make more investments, and I'll be explaining a little bit about them. And this method is how I was making millions a day. Let's start out with the nightclub delivery. Alright, so the nightclub actually got a method where you can go AFK on the security cameras and they won't kick you out, and that'll help you accumulate money over time. When you do have enough money, make sure you do get all the upgrades for the nightclub as well. You can also manage other business workers from the nightclub, and I suggest to get this vehicle as well. Make it a little easy for the deliveries. Alright, so the bunker is another efficient business. I suggest to get as close to Los Santos as you can. That'll make it a lot easier for the deliveries. Alright, so you want a higher reward, you have to take a higher risk. No matter where your bunker is, just if it's closer, it make it a little easier. Alright, so after that delivery, we profit almost 430,000. Alright, so after those two deliveries, we already up an extra meal. I'm probably finna buy me a car for my newest property. So let's see what they got in the stores. Alright, so since we're in $1 million home, we need $1 million car. I was thinking about getting this, but I think I'm gonna get this for this new Omni-Tech upgrade. I never heard of it, and I wanna see exactly what it is. I'm gonna buy the car just the way it is, even though we're gonna do upgrades and change it around. Alright, bet the car made it. Let's check it out. Alright, so I'm actually gonna skip all the upgrades that I do. I'll just show you the car at the end of this. Alright, so it actually wasn't that many upgrades that you could do to the car like I thought it would be, but this the finishing touches. So yeah, check it out. I feel it's worth the money, man. First car for the garage, can't complain. Alright, so I actually decided to promote my nightclub before I start any of my other business. Yeah, bro, get bro bitch ass up out of here, man. Try this shit at the other club. Alright, so after that nightclub promo, we got our popularity almost completely full. And you can always rebook a DJ if you like to do it that way. That's another efficient way of doing it if you have the money. So now we can just go do other things with other businesses. And this right here will be a passive income over time. And when we come back, we can sell lead goods. So a nightclub is definitely an investment you should make. If you don't have this business, I would suggest you get it. Alright, so the counterfeit money laundering business. It's definitely not the best, but it's decent for sure. So if you got the money you want to invest into it, the one thing I can suggest is not do it when it's full. It's best to do every business when it's halfway so you can get the majority of your money from your deliveries. Alright, so just like the bunker and any other business, if you deliver to Los Santos, you'll be able to get a higher reward. It's a higher risk, but most definitely a better pay. Alright, so unfortunately, even though we didn't do it while it was full, we still lost over half of our product, was only able to get 127,000 and lost like 200,000. But that's the things that you encounter when you're doing it in public. Alright, so the meth lab is actually a good business to invest into. Right now, my value is only 44,000. I'm still gonna make a delivery right now, just like I suggested in the other business. You should not try to do it when it's full. The less you do it, the more chance you get all your money. And like alright, so with that delivery, we made a quick 100,000, but we still have more product in the meth lab getting produced and supplies. So when we go back and make a couple more deliveries before the day end, we'll at least see 400, 300,000. Alright, so the cocaine business. It actually was my favorite investment. I actually like this one. I liked the way it looked, so it made me want to do the deliveries and stuff like that. So I made the most money in this one. But just like any other one, you do not want to do it when it's full. It's best to do it when it's like halfway full so you can get your money from your delivery. Alright, so just like the other business, if you deliver in Los Santos, you get a higher reward. Alright, so that dude trying to go steal my cocaine. I gotta turn around. I can already tell he is. Well, what is he doing, bro? Okay. Dude is not leaving, bro. He walked straight into it. I think bro finally had enough. Yeah, I think bro finally had enough. We can do our deliveries now, bro. Finally. Bro, dude can't write back, bro. What is he doing, man? Trying to destroy my drugs. No, 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 please. Stop, bro. Stop being like that. This time I'm finna just drive off with the drugs, but I'm not even finna fight him. I gotta go make this last delivery. Alright, so even though we wasted a lot of time fighting no dude, we managed to make it and get 315,000. So yeah, like I say, the cocaine business has always been my favorite, and if you also do this stuff while the service public, you'll get a bonus. Hey boss, look like one of our high value clients had a little too much fun. They passed out in VIP. Alright man, let me go handle bro, man. Get him out of here. Alright, yeah, man, we can't have this, bro. We can't have this. You gotta go ahead to the crib, cuz. Oh, shit. Damn. Alright, so before we do the Cayo Perico heist, we actually can deliver the goods for the nightclub one more time. While we was doing delivery for our other business, our nightclub was actually able to accumulate over $200,000 worth of goods. So just that fast, right there, we done made $430,000 the first delivery with the nightclub, and now another. Alright, so we actually could do the bunker delivery again. Even though it's only $95,000 in value, it'll be a lot more since it's full pop, and we'll do it Los Santos to be able to get more money. Alright. Alright, so even though it's only $95,000 in value, since it's a full pop, I got $300,000 off of that. So yeah, it's better to do deliveries when they're low, so you can actually have a chance to be able to get more money, and when it's full pop, you'll always get a bonus. So it'll always make more sense if you actually do it that route, instead of trying to deliver a lot and not be able to get the majority of your money. Alright, so the business that you aren't doing your deliveries on would be accumulating money over time. So once you're done with those, you start another one. Even if your stock low. So we took a higher risk for the higher reward, and we was able to do it while it was a full pop service, so we got an extra bonus. So we was able to get 151,000 just from that delivery right there. Alright, so now we can do the meth lab delivery again. Even though it's low, it's still to be profitable. We still have supplies to come back and do another delivery before the day ends. Alright, so with that quick 66,000 plus the 100,000 we made earlier, that right there put us up for almost 200,000 with the meth lab. Alright, so the Cayo Perico heist. You'll actually need the Casaca to be able to do this heist, and if you can get it, it'll be a very efficient way to make money on a game. I made millions of dollars just doing this solo, so make sure you look into getting the Casaca. Alright, so for me personally, this is the best way for me to do the Cayo Perico heist solo. Alright, so we got the pink diamond, which is actually the best reward, if I'm not mistaken, you could get. You don't always get the pink diamond, but the payload are always good. I wouldn't have been able to fill up my loot bag with the dock loot anyways without the pictures, so I'll just leave with this and see what the payload ought to be. Alright, so even though we didn't get to complete the elite challenge, we still was able to manage and get a 1.2 mil just because of the pink diamond. So like I said, the Cayo Perico heist is definitely something you should invest into. Alright, and if you have an arcade, I suggest you to get the master terminal. It definitely helps you to be able to control all your business from one spot in Los Santos instead of having to go all the way up to Bain County and resupply and stuff. So definitely look into getting an arcade and a master terminal if you have enough money. Alright, we can make our last meth lab delivery now and get the bonus since it's a full pop. Alright, so after that delivery and the bonus that we got, we was able to manage to get 150,000. Alright, so we can actually do our last cocaine drop as well. Alright, so with that delivery, we made a quick 77,000. Alright, guys. So before we end the video, I just wanted to state a few things. A few things about the business in the nightclub. The nightclub is definitely efficient. You would need other business to make the warehouse management way better. The nightclub itself can bring in good money too, but the warehouse management bring in a lot of money. The Cayo Perico is one of the best ways to making money, especially solo. So if you can get the Cayo Perico heist, most definitely get the Kasaka and do that mission. Learn to do the mission. I'm gonna have a guide coming soon. Last things I wanted to state about the business, like the meth lab and cocaine and any other business in that state in that matter. Make sure you want to do it whenever the stock level is low, so you have less deliveries to make, and right there you can be able to get majority of your money. So you don't have to worry about people stealing your money, or you down a lot, or you not have enough time and you lose your money, and you wasting your supplies that you steal or you spend your money for. You'll be able to actually do one delivery at a time and be able to make the money. It might take longer, but you'll actually be able to see the money for sure. Take this method, and you'll be able to get millions in the game. Alright, so on the screen you will see a recap of what we made today from each business, plus the total combined, including what we lost. Alright, and remember that this method right here actually got me 150 mil in this game. So if you do this method, you'll be rich in no time.
Yo, DJ, put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this right now.